Ja und ja und ja. Wer ist am aufgeregtesten von euch? Alle gleich. No pressure, es ist alles ganz easy hier. Ihr kriegt es hin. Ich habe euch gerade schon eingerufen sehen, es wird. Ich bin da sehr, sehr fest von überzeugt. Ich wünsche euch ganz viel Spaß und ich bin sehr gespannt, was ihr mit den ganzen Instrumenten vorhabt. Es wird spannend auf jeden Fall. Dranbleiben. Huch.
Okay. Könnte ich bitte meinen, danke. Könnte ich bitte meinen Bass lauter haben, an meinem Monitor M3? Ich höre mich gar nicht irgendwie. Danke.
Been replaced. Same lock, same key. They never gave it to me. I never asked them to eat the sun away. Trembling hands. I'm returning home, and I call it a game. I'm returning to inside. Just to cut it out and start again. I call it a game. I'm returning home, and I call it a game. I'm returning my home, and I call it a game. I'm returning to the great sunny town. Danke sehr. Ja, wir sind Isoscope. Wir haben vor ziemlich einem Monat sogar, am 4.3. Unser Album zum zweiten Mal rausgebracht. Über Neue Solution. Da kommt jetzt auch am 8.4., also in einer Woche, die Vinyl raus zum Neue Solution geht. Seid da, das ist keine Bitte, das ist ein Befehl.
Ja, Tickets über Grayzone kann man sich da kaufen. Und der erste Song hieß Empty Plaza, der zweite Sanita und jetzt kommt in eine ganz andere Richtung.
Surprise.
Surprise, der Thrash Metal Song. Das seltene Biest.
ride on a dolphin into the sunset. Rainbows and goodbyes until we get swallowed by characters. 'Cause we are a sickness. All anger, all sadness, the shame, the madness. All anger, all sadness, the shame, the madness.
Danke sehr. Danke. Ja, was soll
Viel
ja,
Spaß jetzt gleich mit nichts hier.
Ja, genau.
Dann komme ich mal zu euch. Oder wart ihr, was?
Also,
Nö? Ja,
kommt
vielleicht?
zum No Solution Konzert im Roadrunners Paradise am 8.4. um 18 Uhr? Vielleicht, 18 Uhr.
Du kannst
aber
auch
seid da.
durchatmen und es dann nochmal in Ruhe. Wir haben hier Zeit.
Ja, im Interview.
Im Interview. Ja?
Ja.
Okay, ja, nein, vielleicht, ja? Ich war mir nicht sicher, weil ihr noch so bereit standet. Ich dachte, vielleicht, weiß ich nicht, fällt euch noch irgendwas ein oder ihr wollt doch noch mal oder so. Atmet erstmal durch, trinkt einen Schluck. Wir haben, wie gesagt, wir haben Zeit. War es denn schlimm? Ihr habt ja gesagt, ihr wart aufgeregt. Hat sich die Aufregung gelohnt?
Ja, ich glaube schon. Immer.
Ich finde, man hat es euch überhaupt nicht. Oh je. Das hat man überhaupt nicht gemerkt. Es wirklich überhaupt nicht. Okay, seid ihr ready? Ich weiß gar nicht, wer von euch geht denn jetzt eigentlich alles rüber? Ihr beide, ne? Na dann, steckt mal alles aus und wenn ihr ready seid, dann geht ihr rüber. Aber wie gesagt, alles entspannt. Wir sind ja hier nicht in der Hektik oder so. Liebe Leute, falls euch das hier gerade gefällt oder ihr euch denkt, Mensch, wer sind denn diese ganzen Leute? Guckt doch mal auf unserem Insta vorbei. Da haben wir die nämlich in verschiedensten Posts und Stories alle auch nochmal verlinkt. Das lohnt sich ja vielleicht auch auf deren Instas nochmal vorbeizugucken. Nur mal so, nebenbei, als Tipp. So, ihr seid gleich ready. Okay, dann muss ich noch was sagen.
20 Sekunden.
Alles gut, wir kriegen das hin. Na dann. Mir geht's gut. Ich habe hier den entspannten Part. Ich komme hier ab und zu mal rein, sag einmal, hallo, schön, dass ihr da seid oder cool, dass ihr gespielt habt und dann verabschiede ich euch wieder. Also ich habe hier, glaube ich, alle anderen hier hatten mehr Stress heute als ich. Ich glaube, ihr hattet mehr Stress, die Crew hatte mehr Stress. Ja, also mir geht's super. Als Moderation hat man hier einen entspannten Abend. Das ist total toll. Man kann sich Musik anhören, man kann sich Musik anschauen. Alle anderen um einen rumwuseln. Das ist toll. Okay. Nur noch Kabel. Cool. Ihr anderen, achso, ihr geht schon, oder? Ihr könnt auch mit mir hier bleiben, ihr anderen. Wie ihr wollt. Seid ihr ready? Na dann, einmal in die Richtung, ihr wisst ja wohin. Ab ins Interviewzelt.
Ja, hi. Mit mir hier sind jetzt Philipp und Konstantin von der Band Isoscope. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
So, how are you?
Yeah. So
You happy with your set?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
We try to incorporate some, transitions here and there because Anna, the boss of our label, just said, "Oh yeah, you always take forever to just change from one song to the other. All the energy's getting lost." So we just said, "Okay, you know
it's
what?"
more like audience told them.
Yeah, audience told Anna, and Anna told us.
Yeah, so he was like a messenger for that.
I think this was full of energy, so don't worry.
Yeah, only cornet. In the beginning was I think you nailed the solo pretty much. Yes,
at the end.
Yes.
So
it's like the stick was too dry. I've been sucking it all day, but it didn't help really.
like a lollipop.
Yeah. After one song, it just too dry.
Now you did it. Did you have many live concerts during the last time?
Well, not really, actually.
Because of Corona stuff?
Yeah,
not really lately.
Yeah, we had our first live gig in September of 2019. And then, shit went down.
Oh, okay.
So, that was pretty much it. We had some festival gigs like Jenseits von Millionen last year where we actually met Nicht Theater, which was kind of a surprise.
Ah, cool.
To actually meet them here.
Yeah,
and also, I forgot the name of the drummer, but like from Lucy Kruger and the Lost Boys, he was the drummer of Children who also played on the same day as us. So it was, just
so we met them.
Known faces.
So kind of like a reunion of some sort.
Yeah, cool. So you feel good here this evening?
Yeah.
Nice. So let's talk about your beginning, the beginning of Isoscope. You just said September 19.
Yeah.
And so how long do you know each other?
Since then?
No, since 2018,
Oh, you mean like our band began in September end of September 2018?
Yeah, November.
Oh, okay.
Bonnie always says 2019 because Bonnie was on vacation during our first meetings, but constantly.
Where did you meet?
Via an online forum. We didn't know each other before.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. I just arrived to Berlin from Prague, where I used to live for some time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and I was actually surprised how fast it worked here in Berlin.
And then you said, let's do it. Let's have a band and make music together.
Like I've been struggling to kind of get a band together. I wanted to play with other musicians since I was like 16. And it just never happened because I live in Potsdam. I'm not, well, technically I'm from Berlin, but I live in Potsdam.
Yeah.
Been living there for pretty much my whole life. And like all the art scene, all the music scene is just wandering off to Berlin because why shouldn't it? Like it doesn't make sense actually. Like there's some sort of a scene in Potsdam, but it's like, it's not as big as Berlin. Like all the musicians live here, more or less, like from my experience. There are tons of musicians from Potsdam who say, oh no, tons of musicians live in Potsdam. Like, okay, yeah, I never met a lot of people my age.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, at our first try, there were like much more people.
Yeah. We had like...
So it's not like we met first 4 and since then we're together. No, it was like very messy in the beginning. Tried to jam like lots of people and a poor girl tried to just sing to that. And it was just
there was like this poor girl from my year at university, and she just said, "Oh yeah, I would love to sing in your band." And we didn't prepare shit. Like she just had to improvise with like all the time. And the funny thing is like the time we met Bonnie and we actually like planned what to play, Bonnie said, "Oh my god, that was so good, like at least you had something planned." We just looked at each other and I think we just thought, "Oh fuck, thank God Bonnie wasn't there in the first rehearsal because that was..."
We were sure she's gonna leave here.
Yeah, totally.
She was not really hyped. I mean, she didn't look hyped at first. But then she said, yeah, I actually enjoyed it.
And we had another guitarist who was frankly too good for us. And he just jumped ship like 2 hours after the first rehearsal. He just wrote into the group chat, "Yeah, man, that's not for me," and he just up and left.
Okay. So why do you choose the name Isoscope for you for? What does it mean?
Rule of elimination. Like everybody just wrote 4 band names down, and we just said, okay, you know what? We don't like that. We like that one the least, so let's chuck it out.
Okay.
And like Isoscope, I don't even know what it means anymore. Like there's so many different meanings to it, and it's mostly just about measuring things.
Okay.
So just measuring like
some measuring equipment.
Yeah.
The density of walls and
of walls, like the movement of your eyes, the density, like it's it's also like for TV, and then there's also an algorithm called Isoscope by a guy who's from Potsdam.
There he is.
Like that measures.
The odds.
Yeah, that measures just kind of like the density of traffic in certain cities. Doesn't work though. I tried it.
So let's talk about your new album. You just released it, and it's called 10 Pieces because there are 10 songs, right? Okay. So what do you want to tell the world with the album? What is it about?
Experimenting, I would say.
Just trying to...
Everyone who listens to that, I think, would feel it because like all directions we could choose, like we took. So we used clarinet. I used to play it as a child. Since then, I haven't been playing it for like more than 10 years. And then Philip was like, "Yeah, you have a clarinet, right?"
It could use like Sonny Joe could use some horns, And I was thinking of a saxophone or something, and he said, "Yeah, okay, I can play a clarinet." And I said, "Yeah, good enough."
Yeah, I mean, not Ken. I used to play.
And then we technically forced him to relearn the clarinet. It was a pain for him, at least.
For a long time, Now it's getting better, but still.
So you're still experimenting a little bit?
Yeah, it was like all of these songs were just written over like the genesis of our band. There's not like really a big sense of cohesion, which is kind of like I think when you're like a band starting out, it's just kind of you either have like 2 like traps you can fall into. Either all your songs sound the same, or all your songs just sound wildly different from each other, and we're the latter. So yeah. But yeah, it's I think we kind of like hit our groove right now with like this sound wise. Like
you mean like style of the sounds?
Yeah, like
produce.
Wired and Parts sound rather similar. Like those were the last 2 songs we wrote, and the stuff we've been working on is kind of been following in that same venue more or less. Like they've been trying to shake it up a bit. Like they just randomly just switched instrument while I was on vacation. So they just said, "Oh yeah, we have this new idea for this song, and guess what? Konstantin's on bass, Bonnie's on guitar, and Merle's on drums. What is even going on?"
Cool. And as for the covers of the songs and the album, you choose kind of artworks. Did you do it yourself, or was it just
Merle did.
Merle Wagner.
Cool.
Yeah.
She
Merle
did it.
Merlot Wagner, as she calls herself on the
So she's
on the
a
liner
little bit
notes.
artistic.
Yeah, like she comes from her family is
okay.
graphic designers, like her father and her sister. So you know, it just kind of runs in her blood.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. And your album is available on vinyl too, isn't it?
In 1 week, yes.
In 1 week. Okay, where can we find it?
At the Noise Solution gig, which I talked about at the, which is going to take place in 1 week on the 8th of April at Roadrunners Paradise in Prenzlauer Berg.
Cool.
Be there. This
Be
is
there.
a threat.
Please.
Please, we need it. We need it.
We showed you our gig.
Nah, don't go that route.
So, what role do music videos play for you? I saw you have some.
I think
They're
you're going
just
to get
there.
a wildly different answer from any band, from any member of the band.
Yeah,
yes.
from any member. I
Yeah.
also
So for
wanted
you?
to say,
For you
like,
too?
I'm taking the least part, I would say. At least from what we have already. Maybe in features I could do something, because also my German is like developing slowly. Now it's like almost good. But before it was difficult to even understand what like guys, they're like, oh yeah, this idea and that, and they're like explaining very fast, and I'm like, and I'm just
Nodding it off.
not just approving most of the stuff.
Yeah, just with a dead look
And
in his
then
eyes.
Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah.
Not too complex, please.
but yeah, music videos. I mean, they're cool when they're like nicely made. Like I think we like most like pretty much all of our music videos were DIY because we didn't really have any other choice. Like the parts video kind of looks like like the most professional, mainly because it was just Bonnie buying a license from like Shutterstock or something, just buying stock images and stock videos and just splicing it all together into this weird robot story, which was great. Like they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, cool. When you're in the studio, are you arguing often, or are you always the same opinion?
In the studio.
Okay.
Nah, sorry. Like we recorded our album in our rehearsal room over like 6 months, and there was a lot of fighting actually.
Yeah.
Like not really fighting, but like just okay.
No, by recording I would say not a lot of fighting, but more like, yo, that's like not perfect. We can do better.
Yeah, there's like this whole
and again.
Yeah, there's like this inside of Konstantin just saying "Du kannst besser," because that's like the sentence we heard the most.
Oh, okay.
Especially
I didn't know how to be like more polite.
The biggest
I cannot
critic.
just say that was not good or that was bad. I was like, yeah, good, but you can better. And like that could be like
Very
1,000
motivating.
times in one day, and we took a lot of time actually to record this thing. Also, our level, like now we can actually play them live, and we're.
But you're still friends. You're still making music together.
Yeah.
So okay. What do you do when you are not busy with music?
studying law, I think, but that's like the extent of it, I think. I don't really have any other hobby.
Well, that's enough.
I don't know. I just either making music or listening to music.
Cool. And do you have a favorite song on your album?
Parts, definitely.
Why?
Like for me, because it's like it's like I don't really like using like the term complicated, but it's just like the most complex, I think. Like it's sort of like
most intricate.
Yeah, most intricate. It was like this like the culmination of like 2 years of progress, and just we just kind of hit our stride with that one, with like all the math rock influences, and most of it just being batshit insane, at least in my opinion. Yeah. Because like, okay, yeah, let's do this in 6/8, then in 5/8, over which you have to play like 10/8, 11, 12/8 polyrhythm. So it's just like, okay, yeah, this is interesting, and probably will break my fingers, but I enjoy it.
Cool. And for you?
I would say also parts, but I would say I don't really have like my favorite song for myself, because I like them really it's difficult for me to say.
Yeah,
but
he mixed all of them, so they're like his babies.
I hate them all actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard them like a million times. No. But I would choose parts because it's like for me it's the best representation of like where we're going.
Yeah, and where we're at. Where we're at right
yeah, where
now.
we're at. Yeah, not where we're going. I think we're also moving a little bit to a different place.
Cool. And how do you write your songs? Do you have a workflow? So you just said you mix them all. And what about the lyrics, the drums? How do you write your songs?
Just kind of depends. Like we don't really have like really a plan on how to like write every song. Most of them come from jams, and somebody has like an idea that they take home. Cool. And then just kind of say, okay, I have this idea, and just expand on it. Like sometimes Konstantin just writes a whole song by himself and just you want to play it? Like, yeah, Meta Metal and Diamond Cells are like the prime examples of that.
Cool.
The K tapes, as we call them.
Yeah, cool. And do you have musical role models that influence you?
Many.
Many.
There's this inside joke. Like one of my favorite bands is Ice Age, and he's just going on, "Oh, Ice Age, the movie, like with the sloth." Yeah,
that's
fuck
the
off.
first thing I thought about.
No, but it's like Ice Age because they just, they just brought me into post-punk, which has kind of become my favorite genre, and Battles because they're just like their first 2 albums are just bad shit insanity, and I love it, and I totally love it. Like listen to Mirror, listen to Gloss Drop, they're so good albums. Please do it, please.
Yeah, for me it was I would say Kevin Parker from Tame Impala was the biggest influence in my I cannot say that I'm like now listening a lot to Tame Impala, but at times of like 2014 till 17-18 I was really into that, and I just realized how so people produce music can produce alone also at home, and I was like, I should start also learn the mixing, arranging, and so the biggest influence for me was that.
Okay, cool.
But like musically, I think it's for you. It's King Gizzard, like by a long shot. I think
from 2017, since I started listening to them. I'm like when I'm making songs, most of them like. Yeah,
there's very many similarities, which I love, by the way. This is not a dig.
Yeah, cool. So, and what are your plans for your future? So, were you gonna start a tour, or will you just first sit down and relax after your first big debut?
Touring would be nice, but
we would love to work more, as much as we can. It's we'll see how it goes. That's it. It doesn't depend only on us, unfortunately. If we would to choose, we would just go, I think,
and just write more interesting songs. Like that's at least that's what I'm about. I just want to like be the best version of our band to be the best version of itself. It could be.
Yes, sure. Yeah, to improve. Yeah, and when we start recording, I have already lots of ideas how to improve the sound. Yeah. Mixing also I changed a lot in my view how you mix songs, because I think a little bit overproduced some of the stuff we recorded. Too many effects on one track all the time.
Yeah, so cool. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you
for my questions. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Und wir machen jetzt hier gleich weiter auf der Bühne mit Nicht Seattle. Die bereiten sich gerade schon vor, und ich glaube, wir können auch gleich schon wieder rüberschalten. Viel Spaß mit Nicht Seattle. Bis dann.